out there, podcast listeners? This is Uncle Yab, and we're gabbing with Yab. This is a show that I want to talk about, and it's weighing close on my heart today. This is a subject that's been in existence for quite some time. You guys may know about it, and I know you do. I'm going to talk about racism today. That's right, racism. This is definitely a hot topic, and also a touchy one for some people. For others, it may need to be talked about and need to be addressed. But I wanted to talk about it today just to get it out of the way because it's been weighing heavy on my heart for quite some time. I know all you guys been listening to this and things that have been going on down south. And that's considered Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama. And just recently, the guy from Georgia got shot and killed, and all he was doing was just jogging, minding his business. And he was approached by some Caucasian individuals, and they shot him. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, that was wrong. That was dead wrong. This is 2020, you guys. This is not 1960s, 1950s. And quite frankly, somebody gonna get hurt because you guys thinking the old school way and thinking your way is the right way, somebody's gonna get hurt. And I'm letting you guys know right now. This is something that has to be talked about and has to be addressed. This country, this world is made up of one race. That's the human race. You know, there's no white race, there's no black race, it's the human race. But it's made up of all different type of people. Red, yellow, and blue, green, and brown. Those are the colors, but you know what I'm saying. Nobody, under no circumstance, needs to think that they can dominate another race. That's just not the way it's going to be. That's not the way it needs to be. It's not formed that way. It's not planned that way. We all have to get along. We all have to be good-natured to each other, and that's the way we're going to survive. You know, blacks need whites, whites need blacks, Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever. We all need to band together and do better than what we're doing today. Now, as far as the South is concerned, they really need some help down there. This is ridiculous. They need to really get some order down there and let somebody go down there and let them know that, hey, it ain't but one person that's in charge, and that's God. So for one particular race to think they can overpower another race is dead wrong. If you see somebody in your neighborhood jogging, running, or whatever the case may be, mind your business. You don't need to approach anybody or say anything to anyone because this is a free world and people can do what they want to do. You don't own the neighborhood. You don't own the street. You don't own the state. You don't own the city. So unless that person is infringing on your property, your family, or your well-being, if he's not doing that, mind your business. Stay in your home and do what you need to do for your family. Don't go out here taking it upon yourself to take somebody else's family away from them. That's wrong. I'm here to tell you guys that right now. So please, people that's doing that, evil individuals, supremacy type people, skinheads, or whatever the case may be, take a look at yourselves and look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you doing the right thing? What are you doing out here taking another person's life? Do you think you're going to heaven for that if you are religious? No. That's not what the Bible said. If you are religious people, and if you're not religious, that's still not the way to live. You don't go around here taking folks' lives. because we need each other out here. We all have one heartbeat and we all bleed red. But like I said, this thing weighs heavy on my heart. But I'm optimistic that we can get this thing on the right track. I'm not saying I'm going to be a fool, but I'm going to do my part to make sure I try to be an advocate for social injustice, so on and so forth. It just has to stop. It has to stop. I always say, and I always grew up on, you can get more from honey than you can salt. So, violence doesn't result to anything. You have to be kind to one another. Be peaceful. Because what's going to happen is everybody's going to turn on each other, and you don't want that. A race war is not what we need to have in 2020. It's bad enough that we're fighting this pandemic. It's bad enough that we're fighting that. We shouldn't be fighting each other. What we should be doing is turning our frustration on the individuals that put this pandemic out here. Because I tell you what, this coronavirus is not colorblind. And the coronavirus don't care who you are. Black, white, red, green, or brown. It's killing us. It's killing the older folks. It's killing the young people. It's killing babies. And it doesn't care what color you are. It don't care how old you are. It's taking you away from here if you're not careful. So put those guns down. Get that negative thinking out your head and start helping each other. Because at the end of the day, it's a graveyard for everybody. And if you don't live the way you're supposed to do and live right, you're going to find yourself unhappy. And you're going to die an unhappy death if you keep doing what you're doing out here. You have to love each other. You have to. That's what it's all about. Love. Definitely not hate. Hate doesn't bring about anything, but people to fight and come to judgment, and it's not a good thing. Another thing I need to talk about today is I want to be able to see if I can get somebody to help me abolish this N-word. Now, all the other words in the dictionary, you really don't hear that much. Different things that you hear that used to be derogatory, but for some reason, the N-word, and you guys know what I'm talking about, that's around, that stays around, and it never goes away. I wonder why. Somebody needs to get in touch with me, and we can have a intelligent conversation on why the N-word is still alive. To let you guys know, and I know you guys know me, I'm a black man, but I still don't like the way, we as a people use that word. That's an ugly term, and we need to stop it. To be honest with you, if we can't, we keep using it, how can we say another race can't use it? That's what you call oxymoronic. Do as I do and do as I say and not as I do type thing. That's not right. So first of all, I want my black people to stop using the N-word. That's definitely derogatory. We need to stop addressing each other as in this and in that. If you want to say something, go back to what we used to do in the 80s and 70s. Brother, sister, But the N-word needs to go because that's derogatory. It's not funny or it's not cute. So please get that word away from this nation, get that word away from our people, and lay it to rest like you laid all these other words to rest. All these other derogatory words, you don't say anymore. You don't hear them anymore. But the one word that you say and you use abundantly, and that's the N-word. And I don't like it. I'm tired of it. It's ugly. So for me today, I just wanted to go on a soapbox rant and talk about things that was heavy on my heart. Like I said, guys, ladies, gentlemen, people, of the United States of America, we need to stop. We need to do better. Because this is not the fight we need to fight. What we need to be fighting is this government, and why we have a lot of poverty and diseases and famine and things like that. Why we have mental breakdown and mental illnesses of different people walking the street and not getting help. That's what we should be concentrating our energy on. We have a lot of mental health issues and a lot of mental health people that's walking around here not being treated, and they're closing down mental hospitals left and right. But they got these people that's walking around here with no medicine, and they're running amok. So if you want to, if you have that much energy and you want to channel it to the positively, you make a change as far as that. People, the poor people, poverty people that's hungry and can't eat, and their mental health. That's something that's rampant in the United States of America. This is supposed to be the land of the free, the land of milk and honey. It's not looking that way to me. It's not looking that way to me at all. And I'm here to help out. I'm here to put forth my 2 cents. And if anybody want to come forward to help out and just talk about things that's on your mind as far as this racism and this treating each other bad, you guys know where I'm at. You guys can give me a call, or you guys can text me, or you guys can email me, and we can talk about these things. And just remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, but at least just get some things off your chest. Because a lot of times I'm looking at the news and I'm just not getting a good feeling about what's going on out here in the world. It's bad enough that I got to keep my family away from this corona thing. And now I got to make sure I'm looking the way I'm going. Excuse me, guys. And now I have to look at where I'm going, when I go outside at night. That's not cool at all. That's not a land that's safe. That's not a land of opportunity. That's a land of fear. And just remember, people, we're in a democracy here, not a dictatorship. This is not China. So to think this is China, that's not right. Like I said, this is a democratic society, a democracy. And we don't dance to the beat of one person's drum. Okay? This is the United States of America, and we should love each other. I mean, we might not have to like each other, but we shouldn't be killing each other, because that same person that you hate may be the same person that saved your life. Trust me on that. This is Gab with Gab, and I just had something to say today to get that off my chest, and I had something weighing on my heart, and I thought that needed to be addressed, and I wanted to let everybody know what's going on out here and to really take heed to what's going on and take a stand. Because my motto is, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Peace.